It is a beautiful day in Barcelona, so I am out taking some photos. And in fact, what I'm doing is I'm here for work, so I'm taking 20 minutes to have a little wander down the beach. I'm taking a photo of this guy, and I thought I'd bring you along with me as I explore the beach with my Leica, taking some photos. Straight away, I love this dude. I love it. Frames between the two buildings. The hat, the denim against the blue. That looks great. So I'm actually in Barcelona for work this week, and it's an incredibly busy week. I'm going to have very little time to shoot anything, but I am hoping to have some time like I'm taking now, to kind of wander around and take some photos. I've been to Barcelona a lot. It is a great place to take images, particularly down at the beach when it's like this. Pretty busy, there's a lot of life, a lot of things going on. So great photo opportunities, but because I don't have much time, I'm keeping things as simple as I possibly can. So I have just brought my Leica Q3 43 with me on this trip. So it's the one lens, one focal length. I'm not having to think about changing lenses, zooming. It's very much point and shoot. And honestly, I love that way of working, particularly with this kind of like street travel, documentary photography, because it means that when you see something, you can react to it and take that photo immediately. You're not having to think about the shot. What am I trying to say? You're not thinking about the equipment to get the shot, you're thinking about the shot itself. So when I'm looking at all of this stuff around here, I'm not having to think about, quickly changing lenses to take a photo, at which point you may have missed the shot. Instead, I've got my camera available, it's ready to go, the lens isn't changeable, so all I need to do is raise it up to my eye and take the shot. But I don't really know this area super well. I've only really been once before, so I'm just kind of having a wander, walking down the boulevard, this boardwalky bit, and I'm keeping my eye out. And hopefully then I get to show you the things that catch my eye. Of course, I'm hoping that means that there are things that catch my eye. I mean, I've definitely taken one photo so far that I like, but I'd like to think that I can take a couple more. But while I'm rambling on about nothing, why don't I actually talk about the camera settings, because that's the other factor, of course, that's so important when I'm trying to shoot quickly like this, when I'm not having to obsess over the camera details. So I usually shoot in aperture priority on this camera, because it's got the aperture ring at the top, so I can just twist that around. At the moment, it's at about f5.6. My ISO is about ISO 200, and then my shutter speed is set automatically, but it's usually pretty high because it's so bright out. So my shutter speeds are fast. It's also good if I want to capture some fast motion. I see further down the beach there are people playing volleyball, things like that, so maybe capturing fast action is going to be important. But I'm also keeping things very simple in that I am planning on shooting all of these in JPEG. Now the reason being is because I'm using the Leica Chrome camera profile on this camera, and I absolutely love what the Leica Chrome look does on days like this. It gives a lovely tealy tone to the sky. The oranges in the sand look really good. Over here we've got like this table of old boys playing dominoes and having their cigars. Oh. Oh, they look amazing. Unfortunately, I have just walked past what I think are some amazing photo opportunities. And the reason is, well, I think a very good reason. In Spain, it's illegal to take photos of people without their permission, which makes street photography very difficult. Now, in a place like this, everyone is taking photos. It's Barcelona, it's a very touristy place. Everyone is in everyone's photos all the time. But seeing like a group of people who are kind of engaged in a task like that, I would be very obvious if I suddenly came up and started poking a camera in their face. Now, of course, I could ask them, could say, hey, could I please take your photo while you're doing this? And they may well be fine with that, but they also may not be. I also don't speak Spanish, and I don't really feel comfortable approaching them. Some people are fine doing that. I don't really enjoy it. It's not something I like, so I tend to prefer to shoot from a little bit more of a distance and capture people in more authentically candid moments. The downside being that, yeah, I'm probably going to miss quite a lot of shots because I don't have the balls to ask if I can take a shot. But to be honest, I'm okay with that. I tend not to have a style that relies on like close-up portraits. I tend to back off a little bit, show people a little bit more in the context of what they're doing. I'm going to kind of go back on where I've just been, but take this bit that goes kind of up and looks down over that boardwalk. And maybe I could get some interesting photos of those guys from above. Someone is playing covers. My hope is that if they are covers, I won't get a copyright strike rather than if I was playing the actual songs, so we'll see. But I might dip the audio here. Love this, because not only am I getting a shot of the people with the dominoes in the middle, but we've also got the two off to the side, holding their beers, just enjoying the sun. It's a lovely moment. I actually prefer the look of it from down here than I do from when I was walking past, because I'm able to capture the whole of it, and I think it really shows that vibe much better than at ground level. Whereas here, I'm actually trying to isolate this guy and his dog away from this table. Just wait for this person to leave the frame. f4.5, ISO 200, 2000th of a second. I love it down here, there's so much going on. It is actually a little bit too busy today. Sometimes difficult to kind of get a clean shot when I'm seeing something's going on. There's like an interesting person sitting on a bench, but there's 5 other people crammed onto that bench with them. I really like this woman who's just sort of laying back, sunbathing, enjoying taking in the rays. And I think if they were by themselves on that bench, it would be quite an interesting shot. There is someone else there, and there's a lot of people walking past, so I don't think it works in quite the way I would like it to. Also quite like this old dude who's doing the same thing. Sitting back, enjoying that sunshine. Getting some surfers going in the water would look really cool. Even just here, I think the colour of the board against the sand looks kind of cool. Just a bit of contrast. That's alright. Could definitely be better. Quite honestly, this is the sort of beach that I could walk up and down all day taking photos. I could fill countless memory cards just shooting here. Great opportunities for people watching, great opportunities for photos. So I'll be honest, this is a really rough and ready video simply because I've got a window of about 20 minutes, half an hour when I'm not with my colleague, and instead of getting lunch like I'm supposed to be, I thought I'd film a quick video. This isn't going to be my best work, but I'm hoping it's not the only video I'm going to be doing from Barcelona, because I am here all week. I'm going to be out and about. I'm going to be shooting more video, shooting a lot more photos, and I'm hoping that at the end of the week I could probably actually put something a little bit more in depth together, but you know, I wanted to put up something this weekend as well, and I kind of thought that rather than doing something heavily edited where I know exactly what I'm saying at all points and I know the sorts of shots that I'm expecting to get, I would do something much more off the cuff, basically in real time, of me exploring this beach. Similar, I suppose, to the video I did last week when I was exploring Stockholm, but that was over several days, so it was a bit more considered, a bit more edited. This, rough. You're literally seeing me exploring and trying to find photos. Like this man with a body that is much better than mine. Well, he probably doesn't drink as much beer as I do. I'm going to walk out to the end of this pier bit because there are some people who are doing a bit of fishing, and I was actually here taking similar photos last year, and some of my favourites were of the people who were fishing. Also this guy. Also really like that guy who was, I think, writing in his journal or something on the rocks. What an amazing place to journal. So beautiful, sun on you, arguably quite a cold breeze kicking up now, but you know, it is only March, I suppose. I love coming down to beaches though. Always one of my favourite places to come for photos because everyone is having a good time. You don't come down to the beach to be miserable. You come down to enjoy it, to have fun with friends, with family. You come down to bring your dog for a walk. You come down to play games or to go swimming or to go surfing. So there's always something going on. I often photograph at Portobello Beach in Edinburgh, which is, to be fair, fairly small and scrappy. But I still find that it's a great opportunity for photos. And I think Barcelona Beach is much the same. So I'm just trying to hop across these rocks, which is not super easy when I'm also trying to film myself. You suddenly see me falling when you know what's happened, and that's fine. I'm going to go and try and get my camera a little bit lower. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for this guy to settle down because I really want to get a shot that kind of encompasses the whole beach, but with them sort of in the foreground. I think it's going to look really nice. I've come quite far away because I really want to kind of use the negative space, showing them sitting in this kind of big empty area with a beach expanse in front of them. I think that could be a nice shot. I'm just going to be a little bit patient. And there's my shot. Quite like that too, just as a general scene setter. Problem is it's windy, so my hair does this. And I look ridiculous. I just have to not care. Just love this. Getting a lovely kind of haze, which I think is coming in from the mist filter I've got as well. Looks great. Yeah, I love these shots of the fishermen. Probably my favourites. And it's great because it is street photography, is of people doing things, but they're anonymous. In both of those fishermen, you know, they're there with their hoods up, and I'm trying to show them in context of what they're doing. So I don't mind that their backs are to me. In fact, if anything, I prefer it. I like that kind of anonymity, that there's no identity, that you don't know who it is, you don't know how old they are, you don't know where they're from. What you just know is that they are in Barcelona and they are fishing. There's something quite nice, I think, about that. Also means that, you know, I'm not upsetting anyone by getting in their face. I'm not breaking any laws. Even just straight out of camera, looking at the viewfinder, I love what this Leica Chrome profile is doing to the colors. On sunny days like this, it is just amazing. I love the look, and I love that I know that when I put these into the video, I will basically have to do no editing. They're just going to go in as they are, no problem. Well, I just realised what time it is, so I'm going to have to call this video a day there. It has been super rough, so apologies if it hasn't felt like it's been up to the standard that it should be, but it is the best I can do. And I really wanted to put up something from this weekend, and I knew that coming down to the beach was going to be a big part of my photography this week if I had the opportunity to. So I'm really hoping it has been interesting, it may have been useful. If nothing else, it may have just been a good enough way to kill 20 minutes on your weekend. As I say, I am going to be in Barcelona for the rest of the week, so I'm hopefully going to have a lot more photos, some more video, and I can put that together into a much better video. So if you have enjoyed this at all, then keep your eyes peeled, because there will be some more stuff coming up. I've also got my big Arctic Sweden adventure video coming up soon. No idea when I'm going to edit that, because it's going to be quite lengthy. So I've got lots to do when I get home, basically. If you have enjoyed the video, do please hit that like button, and of course consider subscribing to my channel if you don't already, and I will see you next time. Now I want a beer. Oh, and I've also found my colleague. Hi, brah. Perfect timing. I'm just wrapping up my video.